Greetings CBC and welcome to this week's Sunday warm-up. The purposes of these videos, as a reminder, are for all those who come to CBC, listening to CBC, whether in person or online, or if you find yourself listening online to us, it helps us to have all week to prepare for, to warm up and study and be prayerful about the passages that we will be looking at on Sunday morning. So I want to give you as much as I can, everything that we'll be looking at on Sunday morning, so that we can come in together, having been prepared, mark the passages in our Bibles ahead of time, get ourselves ready to really come together and hear the Word of God. Prayer is critical in this. Pray for me. I'm praying for you through this process. Really appreciate those prayers. A couple of things before I give you the passage for this week. This Sunday night is the Feast of Tabernacles. So Sunday evening here, 4:30 at the Pavilion. Wonderful time we had last year. Really looking forward to it this year. Time to come together and worship and some study and understanding about the Feast of Tabernacles itself, and food and some fellowship together. So might want to bring an extra chair just in case if we need it, and then have a jacket or something as well, just to be fully prepared for what we're going to gather together and do. Hope you can come out. Hope you can be a part of that time. And then lastly, for announcements, we do have the Nova banquet that we have two nights of tables. I think both nights we have two sets of tables. So there's a few spots, I believe, left. I think on Friday night that I'm hosting, there's maybe 2 or 3 spots left. So we need to register that this week. So if you are interested and you want to get in and be a part of that banquet, free over at Neomed, be a part of that banquet on either Thursday evening or Friday, and I think it's 24th, 25th, or 23rd, 24th. I'm drawing a blank on that. I should have wrote it down. So this week, if you're interested, you've been debating about it, let me know, let Vicky know. We'd love to have you join us as a part of that banquet. All right. This week, John chapter 7, verses 25 to 36. John 7, verses 25 to 36. And in those first about 6 verses, we see one word that's repeated a lot. Know, not N-O, but K-N-O-W, knowledge, to know. And so I want to spend the majority of our time this Sunday talking about what does it mean to know Jesus Christ. What does that mean? I want to pull from everything that we've been looking at over the last 9-10 months from the book of John. What have we been learning about who Jesus Christ is? And as we see here, that we've been seeing quite often, a lot of confusion about who Jesus is, a lot of ideas, skeptics, critics, and either being uneducated about things, or this whole I didn't remember, I didn't know. It's interesting that one of the things they say is that, well, we do know that the Messiah, the one that would to come, we wouldn't know where he's from. Well, that's not even true. And they would have known that if they spent any time looking. Take a look at Matthew chapter 2, verses 4 to 6, and they're actually quoting from Micah chapter 5, verse 2. So it had been ingrained within the people that this one that would come would be coming from Bethlehem. We're also going to see in a couple of weeks in John 7, verse 42, the same thing being repeated. So sometimes there's confusion because we're not grounded in what it is that we actually do know. The biblical witness gives us lots that we do know. So we also want to take a look at a couple other passages in this section here as well. Luke chapter 10, verse 27, and Deuteronomy chapter 6, 4 to 9. Read those. I think those really, really connect well with what it means to know Christ. And we want to spend some time talking about what does it actually mean and look like to love God with our heart, mind, strength, and our soul. And I also want to pull from kind of a practical biblical example of this in the life of the Apostle Paul. So take a look at Philippians 3, 1 to 10. Philippians 3, 1 to 10. That'll be the vast majority of what we do. We'll wrap it up this Sunday with just a few thoughts pertaining to Jesus' last words in that section about just a little while longer that he would be there with us, and there will come a time when you will seek me and not find me. And so we'll finish up Sunday with that. Again, the majority of the time really thinking about what does it mean to know Jesus Christ. I'm going to ask us that now. Just what does it mean for us to know Jesus Christ? Do we know Jesus Christ? Are there implications further than just, well, I know Jesus Christ is kind of like a mental assent. Check, I know him, I know Jesus, but it really doesn't impact any other part of my life. which doesn't seem to line up with Jesus saying we are to love him and God with all of our heart, mind, soul, and strength. Like this would engage every single part of my being. It would change everything. And it seemed to fit. We won't look at these verses on Sunday, but I'll just throw you out a couple for free, or some thoughts for free. Paul often would say and challenge the church to walk in a manner that is worthy of the calling that we have received. There's something of how knowing Jesus in our minds would impact our heart and our bodies, our lives. It would change and challenge us in every aspect of our lives. So think about that this week through those scriptures. Think about it personally in our own lives. Think about it in your own life as to how would you define what it means, and break those down, which we'll do on Sunday in kind of a line by line fashion. Heart and mind and strength and soul. What does that mean? What does that look like in our lives? A lot of neat things I think we can wrestle on this Sunday pertaining to that and what it means to really know who Jesus Christ is. All right. That's it. God bless you guys. Have a wonderful week. Blessings to you. Hope to see you a bunch on Sunday morning, and then Sunday night with the Feast of Tabernacles. Prayers for you. Appreciate your prayers for me. God bless you this week.